the bold and the beautiful, week of May 12th, 2025, reckonings, rivalries, and resurrections. Monday, May 12th, 2025. A storm brews as Bill Spencer confronts his son Liam in a bitter, emotional clash that drags their past into the harsh light of the present. With his voice raised and eyes blazing, Bill demands to know why Liam kept the truth from him, why he buried his pain and faced death alone. "Am I not your father?" Bill shouts, furious and broken. For Bill, this isn't about pride, it's about betrayal. He's hurt that Liam didn't trust him, that Liam's silence has shut him out of the one thing that still mattered. But underneath the fury is desperation. Bill refuses to let Liam die. It's not just fatherly instinct, it's penance, a chance to fix what he failed at before. Liam's illness becomes the catalyst for a redemption arc Bill didn't know he needed. With fierce determination, Bill promises to pull every string, pay any price, call in every favor to save his son. He vows to fly Liam out of town, to the best hospital, under the care of the best specialists. This isn't just a gesture, it's a mission. Bill is back in control and Liam is too weak to resist. Their emotional flight out of Los Angeles is just the beginning of a turbulent journey that will shake everything they know. Tuesday, May 13th, 2025. Memories of love and loss ripple through Liam as he sits quietly on the plane, looking out at a world he may not see for much longer. But even in his weakened state, hope lingers in his mind, not as a dream, but as a force. The memory of her unyielding belief in him, the way she stood beside him through every fall, reminds Liam of what he once fought for. That strength may be what keeps him going now. Back in Los Angeles, chaos erupts. Luna, cast aside and isolated, makes a shocking move. She shows up uninvited at Finn and Steffi's home, her presence igniting instant tension. Steffi is livid, seeing Luna as nothing but a manipulator who wormed her way back into the narrative. She demands Luna leave, but Luna stands her ground, all innocence and devotion. She insists she only wants to help care for little Hayes, be of use to Liam in his time of need. Her act is convincing, but not to Steffi. The woman who once ruled Forrester with grace and grit now finds her home under siege by someone she sees as a threat to everything she's built. Finn, always the peacemaker, is moved by Luna's plea. Her concern feels real to him, even if Steffi seethes at every word. Their disagreement spirals quickly, and as the fight escalates, so does the sense of impending doom. This isn't just a spat, it's a fracture in shin. And just as the crack widens, a ghost of the past reemerges. Liam appears, fragile but alive. His presence halts the argument but deepens the divide. Luna's attachment to Liam becomes clearer, and Steffi senses a storm far more dangerous than a house guest. Could this be the unraveling of Shin and the rebirth of Steam? Wednesday, May 14th, 2025, episode 9524. Hope Logan stands at a precipice. The news of Liam's condition hits her harder than she ever expected. The man who once betrayed her is now the man she may lose forever. And in his most vulnerable moment, Liam turns to her not out of guilt, but love. With trembling hands and a voice laced with pain, Liam tells her everything about the tumor, the prognosis, the future he thought he'd never have. He doesn't beg. He just asks for time to live, to love, to make things right. Hope is shattered. And from that shattered place rises a decision no one sees coming. She agrees to marry him. Not out of pity, but because she remembers why she loved him. Despite everything, he is the father of her children, the man who once made her believe in forever. And she won't let him go without giving him one more beautiful chapter. But it doesn't stop there. Hope chooses to carry his child. It's a defiant act of hope, a gift of life born in the shadow of death. She wants their child to know who Liam was, to grow up with a piece of him alive in the world, no matter what happens. Meanwhile, Carter Walton burns with quiet resolve. He tells Brooke he won't step aside. He knows Hope still feels something for him. The wedding might go forward, but he will not walk away. Hope is worth the fight, and Carter is willing to go to war for her. This isn't over, not by a long shot. Thursday, May 15th, 2025, episode 9525. The fallout begins. At home, Finn and Taylor close ranks around Steffi, assuring her she did the right thing. Pushing Luna out wasn't cruelty, it was protection. But doubt lingers in Steffi's eyes. Her world feels unstable, and Luna's lingering presence is a threat she can't ignore. Meanwhile, Hope clings to Liam as though love alone can heal him. Her face is calm, but her heart races with dread. Every second counts. She watches his every movement, every breath, terrified it could be the last. She's in survival mode now, and Liam is her lifeline. Across town, Daphne makes her move. She's watched Carter chase Hope for too long and refuses to be the consolation prize. With subtle seduction and firm conviction, she urges him to stop. Hope is gone, wrapped in a dying man's arms. But Carter's heart won't let go. Daphne sees the danger in his loyalty and tries to make him see the light. Hope doesn't need him, she never truly did. Daphne does. But Carter isn't ready to listen. His heart is locked in a fantasy that he refuses to wake up from. Friday, May 16th, 2025, episode 9526. The battle for Hope reaches its final act. Liam, aware that he may not have long, makes one final appeal, not for himself, but for Hope's future. He urges her to reconnect with Carter, to open her heart to a life after him. It's a selfless plea from a man who knows time is slipping through his fingers. But Hope has already made her choice. Her eyes shine with certainty she's marrying Liam. This isn't a farewell. This is a promise. Preparations for the wedding begin with quiet intensity. There's no glamour here, no grand ballroom. Just two people fighting time. The wedding will be intimate, fast, and filled with unspoken emotion. Friends and enemies alike take sides. Brooke stands with her daughter, while Ridge watches from afar, skeptical but moved. The air in Los Angeles is heavy. Everyone feels it. This is more than a wedding. It's a reckoning. Steffi watches as Hope, once her rival, becomes a symbol of strength. Luna lurks at the edge of everything, still angling for space in Liam's life. And Carter, still holding on, finds himself drifting further from the woman he loves. As the week ends, the question is no longer whether Liam and Hope will marry. It's whether love can outpace fate, and whether everyone involved can survive what's coming next. This week of the bold and the beautiful isn't just dramatic, it's explosive. With betrayals, reunions, medical crises, and romantic ultimatums, the story hurtles forward at full speed. Liam and Bill's reconciliation. Luna's disruptive persistence. Steffi's unyielding stance. Hope's heartbreaking devotion. Carter's desperation. It all collides in a week that could mark the end of old loves and the beginning of new battles. In this world, love is never easy, and no one escapes untouched. The bold and the beautiful, week of May 19th, 2025. Love, lies, and legacies. The aftermath of Liam and Hope's emotionally charged wedding sets the stage for a week full of rising tension, strategic moves, and the resurfacing of old wounds that refuse to stay buried. What begins as a time for healing quickly spirals into a new chapter of conflict, shifting alliances, and personal reckonings. Monday, May 19th, 2025. Hope and Liam begin their honeymoon under a veil of fragile happiness. They smile, they laugh, and they try to silence the ticking clock that echoes in every intimate moment. Liam, though physically weakened, seems determined to make every second count. Hope, with her arms wrapped tightly around the man she just married, clings to the illusion of a future, even as reality looms near. Their vows are fresh, their love rekindled, but beneath the tenderness lies unspoken fear. Each touch carries weight. Every glance is a question they dare not voice. They talk about baby names. They dream about a life they know might not last. In the quiet moments between smiles, tears come easily. Elsewhere, Carter sits alone, his pride shattered. Hope's choice cut deep, and while he didn't expect her to say yes to him, he didn't expect to lose her completely. Daphne, watching from the wings, takes her chance. She moves in close, not with seduction, but with sincerity. She offers her company, her understanding. She listens. And slowly, Carter lets her in, though the wound still bleeds. Tuesday, May 20th, 2025. At the Cliff House, Steffi confronts Finn. The silence between them has stretched too long, and she demands clarity. She's seen the way Finn looks at Hope, the way his voice softens when her name comes up. Finn denies, but his hesitation betrays him. The argument explodes. Years of tension erupt as Steffi accuses him of emotional infidelity, of never truly letting go of Hope. Finn fires back, tired of being treated like a suspect in his own marriage. He says Luna's not the only one causing friction in the house. The fight leaves deep cracks in their already fragile relationship. Meanwhile, at Forrester Creations, Ridge and Brooke hold a quiet meeting behind closed doors. The company has survived scandal before, but this time feels different. With the family divided, the brand is at risk. They discuss new leadership, someone who can unite the vision and calm the storm. They both know the company can't afford another personal war spilling into the boardroom. Wednesday, May 21st, 2025. A shockwave hits Los Angeles as Thomas Forrester steps back into town. His return is unannounced, unplanned, and immediately disruptive. He walks into Forrester like he never left, but the change in him is visible. He's calmer, wiser, hardened by experience. He tells Ridge and Steffi that his time away changed him, that he's been working, building, reflecting. But his eyes search for Hope the moment he enters. And when Hope finally sees him, the impact is instant. Their reunion is awkward, tender, raw. Words fail them at first, but the emotion is loud. Hope stares at the man who once broke her heart, but also saved her in ways no one else ever could. Liam's name lingers unspoken between them, but it's there, a wall and a wound. Thomas tells her he's not here to cause trouble. He just wants to see his son. But the moment their hands brush, the history reignites. Questions flood in. What if? Why now? Could there still be something between them? Hope is torn. She's just married Liam. She's carrying his child. But the spark with Thomas has never truly died. Thursday, May 22nd, 2025. Bill Spencer finds himself alone in his office, haunted by memories. His aggressive nature, his pride, his coldness, they all played a part in driving Liam away. Now that Liam is sick, now that time is scarce, Bill realizes he can't fix that relationship overnight. So he turns his focus to someone he still has a chance with, Will. He reaches out to Katie. Not with manipulation, not with grandeur. Just honesty. He tells her he wants to be a father again. Not in name, but in presence. Katie is skeptical. She's seen Bill make promises before. But he's different this time, quieter, more reflective. He tells her he doesn't want to miss Will's life the way he missed Liam's. Katie softens, but she's cautious. Meanwhile, Luna remains embedded in Finn and Steffi's world. She brings food. She helps with Hayes. She offers kindness when it's least wanted. Steffi sees through it all. She knows Luna's playing the long game, and it infuriates her. Finn, once again, defends Luna's intentions. The tension builds as Steffi begins to lose control of her home. She tells her mother, Taylor, that she's ready to kick Luna out for good, but she's not sure Finn will support her. Friday, May 23rd, 2025. The pressure reaches a breaking point. Steffi corners Luna in the living room, her voice cold, her eyes steel. She lays it out, leave now or she'll make life unbearable. Luna, unflinching, drops a bombshell. She reveals she knows something about Hope and Thomas, something recent. Something that happened before Hope said yes to Liam. Steffi is stunned. Luna implies that Hope and Thomas shared more than a conversation upon his return. That there was a moment. A kiss. Maybe more. Steffi doesn't know whether to believe it, but the damage is done. Seeds of doubt take root. Luna walks out, but not defeated. She knows what she's doing. Back at the honeymoon hideaway, Hope senses a change in Liam. He's weaker. His eyes dimmer. She holds his hand and tries to pretend it's fine. But deep inside, she fears the end is coming faster than they planned. At Forrester, Thomas looks out the window, thinking of Hope. He wonders if returning was a mistake or destiny. Carter, meanwhile, makes a decision. He tells Daphne he wants to try. Maybe Hope was never his to begin with. Daphne smiles, but behind her eyes is a hunger. She's waited too long to lose again. The week ends in stillness, but the storm is far from over. The families brace themselves for the fallout. Old love triangles threaten to reignite. Trust fractures under the weight of secrets. And in the background, the ticking clock of Liam's illness keeps the entire city on edge. Every choice matters. Every moment could be the last. And as the lines between past and future blur, the bold and the beautiful must decide what kind of legacy they want to leave behind.